Thank you, Scoutmaster Craig, instead of Lisa and Kelly. And I think we're back on track now, right? Now I'm lost. Okay, here we go. At this time, our Eagle Scout Jeff has a few words to say, as well as present someone in his life with a special mentor pin. Jeff, it's all yours.
First of all, I'd like to thank you all for being here today. It's an honor to know that so many people come out to celebrate my achievement. It's an honor to say I have earned the rank of Eagle Scout. I've worked for a long time to attain this, but without the help and support of others, this would not have been possible. I'd like to thank anyone who helped me with my service project in any way. Whether you helped with my fundraiser or we were physically on the site the day of the project could not have been as successful as it was without your support. As any Eagle Scout will tell you, the project is the hardest part of earning rank, and that's why a lot of guys don't earn it. And I sincerely appreciate all the help that I received with that. I would also like to thank any friends and family members who have helped me and given me support throughout the past several years while I've worked toward this rank. I would especially like to thank my parents for all they have done for me and everything I have done, but especially in Boy Scouts. Dad, I remember that day when I was 5 years old and I told you I wanted to be an Eagle Scout before I even joined Boy Scouts. And you keep reminding me of that, actually. But you've been behind me every step of the way. You and Mr. Rowan were a fantastic pair of leaders in Cub Scouts. And you inspired me to keep going into Boy Scouts after I was done with Cub Scouts. And you've given me the kick in the pants I needed, which was quite often, when I wasn't motivated to do anything with Eagle, when I told myself I had enough time to do it, and you kept pushing me to do it. Ever since I was little, you've always told me two things that I will forever remember. You can be anything you set your mind to, and be the best that you can be. And this is really the best advice anyone's ever given to me, and I will follow that for the rest of my life. Mom, you've always been there for me when I needed it most. It hasn't always been easy. Not at all, actually. But no matter what, you were always there to point me in the right direction when I needed it most. You've always been, whenever I needed somebody to talk with or figure something out, you've always been that one person that I know I can go to. And that's why I'd like to give both of you a mentor pin. As Eagle Scouts, we're allowed to give somebody in our lives who we think has showed us the right way to live our lives and shown us how to be good people, how to put our Eagle Scout to use. So I'd like to give my mom and dad my mentor pin. To my fellow Scouts, past and present, it's been a really fun ride. I've had a lot of my greatest memories so far in Boy Scouts, whether it be on summer camp or with Nate when we did our OA ordeal, or any of the meetings. I mean, we've just had so many good memories over the years. And scouting itself has taught me a lot about life and a lot of things I didn't know about myself, looking back on some things. I've learned, among a lot of other things, how to be a good leader, with being in charge of my project. This past year, getting elected senior patrol leader. I've learned a lot on how to become a good leader. I would especially like to thank the Stevensons, as well as any current and former Scoutmasters and Assistant Scoutmasters for keeping me motivated and helping me out whenever I needed, no questions asked. I've had a blast during my time in scouting, and I'm so glad that I stayed through all the way to make it to Eagle. Already I've seen how much it opens doors for me. Several of the colleges I've applied to have not only accepted me, but have also offered me with substantial scholarship money, and I'm sure having Eagle Scout in my application helped with that. So to those in the troop, I say, I know you've all heard every Eagle ceremony you've been to, they say, I challenge you to make Eagle Scout, and you often forget it, because I know I usually do. So, you forget it after you walk out of the building. But I just want to stress how life-changing it really is, and you don't realize that until you actually get it, and you see how it affects your life and where you can go with it after you earn it. But I especially want to emphasize, don't earn it the month before you turn 18.
I was just scribbling that to you.
Yeah. There have been way too many horror stories. Ms. Kell and Mr. Al can venture for that. I started my projects, like, I think right about after my 16th birthday, and I didn't finish with all the paperwork and everything until September of last year. So, you guys can't put this off. Much as I would have wanted to, my parents wouldn't let me, so it's really time consuming, and if you convince yourself that you have enough time to earn Eagle, you're not going to. So please get started on it as soon as you can. I understand we all have lives outside of scouting, and it's not always our #1 priorities, but Eagle Scout's a pretty big deal, and that's putting it mildly. And I really want to see all you guys get it. And the only way you're going to do that is start early. So if that's the only thing you take away from this, let that be it. Save yourselves a lot of aggravation and stress. It's really, yeah. I've learned a lot about what Eagle Scout actually means over the past couple months. I mean, when I was a little kid, I thought it was something cool to be an Eagle Scout. But coming up through the ranks, with all the hard work I've put into it, I've learned really what it actually means. And it's not just for recognition, it's not just for this, it's not just for getting all the fancy plaques and stuff from all the dignitaries, which I thank you for. But